man. Oh man. Lest my ears deceive me, sound like Big Ren the Legendary.
It is me. What's up, man?
Man, we just another day, man. Keeping the spirits up high, man. How you feel?
Another day, another beer, man.
I got a couple next to me, man. We're gonna make this night go very smooth. Very smooth. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the show, man. I think we got some cool things to talk about.
I think we do too, man.
Man.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, man. What have you been up to?
Oh man. Dog.
Making moves?
Yeah, man. Stuffing things and stuff. Some things, some highs, some mids, some lows, some gains, some losses. Nothing I want to talk about on the show just yet.
What about the highs? Can't talk about none of that?
I always talk about the highs.
Yeah.
Had some more, it's wedding season, man, and had some more of those.
You were busy this
dude, yeah. And I got another triple header this weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, man, motherfuckers like parties. The thing about these things, yeah, the thing about these things, and actually this Friday is actually just a party. Like it's for it's part Pride Month, part celebration of colors.
Okay.
So like I'm gonna have a co-host is like a cross-dressing, like well-known name.
So you're doing a drag show?
No, no, not specifically, no. But I'm sure my co-host has partaken in more than one. But that's the fun thing about this shit, man. It's one big sociology experiment, like every single time.
I bet.
Psychology and sociology. Like it. Remember last episode where I was discreetly saying like which part of the audience is a lot more demanding than other parts of the audience?
Oh yeah.
And I didn't specify, but last weekend I had a trainee, and I was kind of telling him like, and I didn't hold. I was like, look, man, white people are more demanding than black people. So I was telling him about my last gig with the mixed husband. So he had his black family and his white family there. Well, this was so funny. I'm telling him this. Like, I'm just kind of telling him about the show. I'm just kind of telling him this. Like, you can't write this shit. Like, as I'm finishing up, 15 seconds later, 3 people walk up. They request this song, and it's on my list of must plays. There's a certain list of songs that the bride and groom wanted to hear, and it's actually on that list. I'm like, yeah, bet. It's coming up a little later on. My man goes, no, play it now. No, it's coming later on. He goes, no, play it next. I say, look, man, it's coming later on, man. I'm just looking him in his eye. He's like, okay, cool. Trainee looks at me, he goes, yo, you just said that shit. Yeah, I just said that shit.
Man, I mean, that's a perfect example right there.
Yeah. You know what? I just got another example. Fucking. So I did one this weekend. It was the next day. The groom was black. So this is the blackest wedding I've ever been a part of. His bride is white, and you saw in the Snapchat. It was this boat yard. This yard of boats. And so I set up at this gazebo, which is like 200 yards from the building, from the door of the building. Not even mentioning the set of stairs to go upstairs to the reception. I set up by the gazebo. It doesn't sprinkle is too hard of a word, right? Even saying it's sprinkled is too hard of a word for what it actually did.
Was it misting?
It was misty. Yeah. That was nice. That's setting the tone. It was misty. And so I'm upstairs by the reception, or in the reception room, setting up the other half. And no one tells me shit. I'm overhearing the coordinator and the father of the bride saying something about bringing it inside. I say, oh, yo, hold up. We bring it inside? We doing it inside? She goes, yeah, we're doing it inside. So it was the bride. The bride decided we're going to do it inside. So I'm like, all right, fuck. In my head, though. I'm keeping it professional.
Was this the one that was in the parking lot?
Yeah, yes, be nice.
Hey, I mean, I never seen it. I ain't been to a lot of weddings, but hey, I mean, whatever, you know.
You hit me in the phone. Hey, is that a motherfucking parking lot wedding? Holy shit. So, I go grab all that shit from outside. I pack a big-ass speaker up. The tables, the tablecloth, all that shit. The second deck I play music from. I put all in my car. I drive to the front of the building. I set up everything in the reception. 10 minutes before the reception goes. I'm not even looking outside because I'm busy. The groom, who and this is funny too, because I always said like black people don't hire companies. Well, he used to work for the company, so I still don't count it.
No,
it still don't count. He got that employee discount. So he's been through it as a DJ. He comes up to me. He's like, "Look, man, I'm sorry, cause I know what it's like. Now that it's sunny out, bride wants to do it outside." And at first, like,
does nobody check the fucking weather? Like, we all got smartphones nowadays. They got a thing on there called the fucking radar.
The fucking that's what my app is called. The fucking radar.
The Doppler, you know.
You know what I'm saying? I listen. Again, I'm keeping it professional. I look at him, I go, wait, you being serious? I had to make sure he wasn't joking. Like, you being serious? He's like, yeah, man, I'll help you with whatever I could do. I'm like, don't even trip, man. This is your day. We gonna make this shit shake. In my head, though, I am tight. Tight, bro. So yeah, I go and set up again 250 fucking yards from the reception to get it all knocked out. Gorgeous day out in the parking lot.
Do you have like a dolly or anything?
Well, here's the thing. I couldn't use the dolly because there was no ramp, there was no elevator. So I couldn't carry my cart full of things up the stairs. I had to carry each thing individually. Oh man. Bruh, tight.
Is this the day that you had the kid that was like shadowing you? Was he there?
No. This was the next day.
That would have been a good day.
That would have been a good damn day to have a shadow. Yes. Holy shit. So yeah, I was tight, man. Moral of that story is white people are demanding.
Man.
Yeah.
Tonight at work. Tonight at work, man.
Tell me.
Like, we only have one waitress on Wednesday nights. Because it's hit or miss, you know, if it's going to be busy or not. And we got fucking busy.
Of course.
And she's running around and shit, you know, trying to get everybody. I mean, we had like a full dining room basically come in all at once.
Yeah.
And like she's running around like the coffee pot is dirty because nobody used it yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, so it's still dirty from like Sunday or some shit. I don't know. They didn't clean out like the where you put the coffee in it or whatever.
Good
I don't make coffee. I got the pods.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
But, yeah, like, she's getting all this shit ready. She's trying to get the coffee ready, and this old white lady comes up. "Excuse me, miss, where's our coffee?" It's, for one, it's like, we just got the air conditioner fixed today, so it's still hot in the dining room, and it's 90 fucking degrees out. You're drinking coffee. Are you nuts?
Listen up, Susan.
Yeah. Like, and I seen her, like, because she came to, like, the door where the kitchen is, you know. And, like, I seen her, and she just looked pissed, like this lady. I was like, Jesus Christ, chill out.
Filthy.
Coffee's it'll be hot when it gets to you, you know, but damn.
Oh, bro, she wrote you the good 1-star review on Yelp.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Yelp.
Suck it, Susan.
Have you heard of this shit? And I only heard this shit because of different podcasts I listen to. Have you heard of Dick Yelp? There's apparently a Yelp for dick.
Dang.
Like women go and write reviews.
You beat it up there on
you blast. Yeah.
putting your meats out there on blast.
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you. Like, yeah, you go and so I heard about it on the podcast I listened to, and I only went to the Twitter page, and it's a real page. I didn't read any reviews. You said, well, I don't know if it has a blue check or anything, but the way that it's been like put on blast lately in that realm of entertainment, I'm sure they got a lot more followers than they did before. But no, I haven't read any stories. But yeah, apparently, not even apparently, yeah, Dick Yelp is a thing.
Like, is there a thing for like the other side? Like, I don't know.
Pussy
like,
Yelp.
I don't know how to say. Yeah, pussy Yelp. You know, like bad Yelp. You know.
See, you know what? That would be frowned upon, though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That would be super frowned upon. Like, it's like we talked about this before. I'm thinking about like the old Love and Commitment episode where like we get shamed for saying certain things, even though everybody agreed with it, and no matter how burly and masculine we might be, we're still very sensitive.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, apparently it's just cool to just write dick reviews online as if that don't affect people's lives. But if I was to say if I was to say the pussy was too tight, then I'm an asshole. You know
and vice versa, you know.
I try to keep it positive, but yeah, regardless. You say anything about
like, damn, dude, like we have to start like having like signed agreements, you know, like no Dick Yelp after this, like.
Hey, that's why I go hard every time. Like, I go hard every time, even before I knew there was a Dick Yelp. But like, I gotta go hard every time, cause that way, let's say like there's somebody like, let's say I like left the toilet seat up one day, and so like Nancy was just pissed off at me. If I go on Dick Yelp and see the 1-star review, I'm gonna know you're lying. I'm gonna know you're lying, Nancy. Okay, cause as much as it's for you, it's for me too. I go hard for me too.
I mean, well, yeah, it's like I was looking up some reviews today, actually, of like this hotel we're supposed to be staying at in New Orleans, and like somebody writes a bad review, the hotel they'll come back and write something else, you know. Cool. So like we're gonna like if you write a bad review about us, we're gonna come back
all the time. Because nobody, and sorry to cut you off, but like that's the thing with people. Like if they want to tell the negative part, they never tell the full story. They never tell it how it fully went. But they're so quick to dog you. So yeah, I completely I get it. They're gonna come back on you. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, no, I'm saying like if I see that review out there and you're dogging me, I'm gonna give my part of the story.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna respond. Yeah. Oh, you didn't tell him about the Charlie horse I caught while I was fucking through the pain, did you, Nancy? Huh?
I'm a giver. God damn it.
Fuck through the pain.
I did it for you.
God damn it.
Now you want to go out here and put me on fucking blast?
God
damn. Fuck you, Nancy. Never again. Don't call me.
Don't call me. You didn't tell him how I was persevering on the pussy, was you? Huh? That was a new move I learned because I was part stretching.
I was trying to I was trying to put something new together here and you just shit all over it. Thanks.
See if I try something new with you again. Holy shit.
Straight missionary.
That's why we That's why we stick to the old moves. They're the hits for a reason.
Tried and true.
The fucking greatest hits out here. Holy shit. Yeah, man. That reminds me too, like speaking of like greatest hits, just to take it back to weddings, because I guess that's just love and commitment is my life. It's really funny to see like certain songs that people want to hear that are not wedding songs. Like, and they don't know it.
Like what?
Well, like, you know what, the chief example, number one, you remember Hey Ya from Outkast?
Yeah.
Bro, people always want to hear that song at a wedding. Do you know what Hey Ya is about?
I actually don't.
Hey Ya is about how love doesn't last in this generation.
Do you have a list of like the names of people that got married or like that you worked at their wedding?
I could go back. I could go back and see all the names.
Saying, like, yeah, you should just go back and see like if some of these are still together. Like depending on the song, they just like, fuck it, they wanted to hear this song. Let's see how it's going still.
Yeah. I would hope I have 100% success rate. That's the thing, man. Like the song literally goes. He says in the song, if what they say is nothing lasts forever, then what makes love the exception? My man said, why are we so in denial when we know we're not happy here?
You know why they like that song though, right? I mean, like...
Because it's a bop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Motherfuckers ain't listening. Because the next line, he literally says, y'all don't hear me, you just want to dance. He literally like, you motherfuckers ain't listening. This shit is a bop. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all know the words. Y'all don't know the words. Yeah. Like, people don't really listen to the songs that they love, man. Like, there was not my guy, but my last client, he dedicated a song to his mom. Now, granted, the song is cold. The song itself is fire. But the song is, okay, the song is called Superwoman. But it's about how this woman is fed up with being a superwoman and making everything go. And I'm sitting there, I'm jamming, I'm like, y'all. And the dance floor is packed. Everybody slow down. I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers are not listening to this song. Ooh-wee, y'all not hearing this shit at all. Man, look, nope. I don't know. But yeah, man, people, I don't know. People gonna peep, man.
Man.
People gonna peep, dog.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, shit is just a whole. It's psychology and sociology mixed together, man. It's shit is fun, man. Shit is fun.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. What's happening your way, man? How's your spirits, man? What's new, player?
I ain't got shit going on, man. Just working, fucking. Ready for my next trip, man. New Orleans is gonna be nuts.
When is that again?
It's like next month. We'll be down there today.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna drive. So
yeah,
plane tickets are way too fucking expensive there. I looked this week and they're up to almost $700. So fuck all that.
Yeah, and that's wild. That's foul. You do anything for your birthday?
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to another bachelor party.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, is that bros?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's over by the Lake of the Ozarks again. We're going on like a float trip. So there's like the one that I'm going to here this next month. There's like 10 of us going, I think. And the one on my birthday, there's supposed to be like 20. So it's gonna get.
Oh yeah, man.
We had to rent 3 cabins for this one.
Big boat full of 20 dudes.
Well, no, we're on the river, man. Dude, like my guy that hooked it, like that, got it all set up. The best man. I don't know if he was thinking about it. 10-mile float trip.
10 miles.
10 fucking miles. The town I live in isn't even 10 miles.
10-mile trip going fucking, well, how fast? Well, I guess I'm wondering how fast a boat could go. I mean, on the river.
Like rats.
Yeah, and I don't think
cracks and sacks hanging in the water the whole time.
Fucking front units just dragging.
It's dragging, like an anchor.
Golly. Yeah, them waters will not be the same. All the piss and other things that'll be going in that river that day, boy.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna toxify the river.
20 white dudes just
white floating down the river.
Just floating, just loving Mother Nature. You say what?
Like, there's gonna be probably 10 other groups, 20 other white dudes.
Dude. That shit be killing me. I can swim in that shit if y'all want to, man. I dip my toes, and even then, I'm gonna scrub my feet.
Yeah, it's gonna be nasty.
Shit, man. Fucking no. The runoff ain't no runoff. You scrub your legs, scrub your feet.
It was a bachelor party I went to last year up in Peoria.
Yeah.
And my buddy, he just got the boat, and like it wasn't a huge boat, you know, like it was a little houseboat, like maybe like 5 people could be on it at the time. We had like 10, dude. The water was super low up in Peoria.
Yeah.
And I burnt my guy's motor up on his boat.
Wait, what happened?
Burnt the motor up.
Oh shit.
We got stuck out there. Fucking one of the guys, he hopped in the water, and like you could like it was in the river up there in Peoria, and like you could stand in the water and the water would be like up to your right up to your man titties, you know.
Let's talk about my titties today. That's crazy.
It wasn't even like deep or nothing. He was like, I could like somebody gonna hop out and like pull us, and one of the guys did. He pulled us like almost all the way to the marina, and then finally some dude in a jet ski comes up and pulls us the rest of the way. And I swear to God, dude, like I said, the water was up to his man titties. Whenever he got out, dude, mud was up to his knees, so his fucking whole foot was just, his whole legs were just in like
he was having
a foot of mud.
He was just having a gay old time. He didn't care.
Man, that shit was gay.
It's not the gay I meant, but yes.
Oh yeah, no, I was happy.
My man's was in his element. He was cool.
Yeah, you remember probably Gumbo.
I feel like I should remember a man named Gumbo.
He looked like fucking. He still looks like Doc from Back to the Future with his scraggly ass, thin hair, long hair.
I'd have to see him. I probably never referred to him as that name. I probably referred to him as his God-given name. His parents, whatever his parents named him. There's certain nicknames I'm just not gonna call you.
Mine fits pretty well. Like I don't know.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Nobody knows that that's not your real name.
I still got bros. They're like, somebody will call them my real name, and they're like, and I'll say something like, "What? Like that's your? No, that ain't your name. I thought your name was Reynolds."
Yeah. And listen. Your real name will never be uttered on this show. We're gonna keep kayfabe alive.
Man, yes, it's all about, man.
We're gonna keep kayfabe alive. I feel bad that I even told you, that I even told the world that that's not your name. Like, if you want me to, I'll edit this part out. I'll chop it out so quick. If you want.
No, it's all good, man. That's just mysteriousness, you know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. We keep it safe.
If they want to find out, they can. But yeah, no, like I've been rocking this shit since for over around 15 years now, you know. So it's set.
That's how I met you.
Yeah.
You probably got that name. You got that name like a week before I met you.
You guys were like juniors and I was a freshman, right? I think that's what
something
it was.
Like that. Yeah.
Because you guys were a year older. Like you guys were 2 years older than me.
Yep, in school. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a freshman hanging out with these punk ass juniors.
Dude, I've always been the guy that my group of friends is like everybody that I love and I'm close to. Like, they have their own circle of friends. It's cats that I'm, like, familiar with, but, like, I wouldn't hang out with without our mutual friend. Yeah. So, like, everybody wonders how I can be so close to this one specific person because they think that they're so close. When, really, yeah, like, all my guys, like, listen, you know who I'm closest to. They all have their own separate friend circles. Like, they don't really kick it amongst themselves unless I'm there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. No, I know exactly how that is because it's the same with me.
Yeah, so no, I don't know Gumbo.
Hey man, I ain't seen the dude. Like I said, like that was the last time I seen him. Was like I haven't seen that dude in over a year.
Yeah,
but like before that, I couldn't tell you the last time I seen him, but like I remember high school and shit,
I just remembered why I said that because I was thinking of like who was all around when I met you, and you're talking about the punk kids. Like it was tight jeans and skateboards, and I'm just walking around in like baggy jeans and baggy polos because that's what junior year was for me. Like hoodies, like love these hooligans, but you're not gonna catch me on the skateboard. That's just my guys. It's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're not gonna go to a fucking a basement show over in Champaign,
Bruh. Nope. But when that new Lloyd Banks drops, I got it on the first fucking day.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I did that with a lot of shit. Like when it dropped, I was there. Murphy Lee dropped. I was on it. Fucking who else got Ali from the Saint Lunatics one and only album the day it dropped?
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah. One time for heavy starch.
Man.
Yeah, man.
My connection's pissing me off. You keep on saying poor connection on my shit.
You alright? You strong over there?
Man, oh yeah, I'm that. My connection.
We'll make it work, man. I want to thank
I sound
y'all.
good though?
Okay.
I sound alright?
No, you sound great to me, man. Pause or unpause,
cool.
whatever you need to do.
You're kind of choppy every once in a while, not like all the time.
Gotcha.
So.
On the recording though, I'm gonna sound perfect, so the listeners will hear it just fine.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, whatever you need, we'll make it shake, player. Want to thank y'all for pressing play on episode 40 of the Hard Camera THCXL. I'm your guy Juve, Juv, just under your visual. I'm here with my tag team partner, Big Ren, the legendary, and together we are the Golden Lovers. Big Ren, let them know how they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
Alright, yeah. You guys want to find me on social media? You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @motherfucker, _MAAFHUCKA. And then you can also find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316, MAAFFHHDUP316.
Yes, sir. Hit me on Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. The Instagrams at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check out the crack Twitter staff for the show at The Hard Camera. Check out Facebook.com/Juve. As well, search for us on the YouTube, the YouTubington. Search The Hard Camera on YouTube. It's been a lot of traffic lately. I want to shout out my guy Neil. He had me on his platform. We talked a variety of topics. Go search that. Ramil Amir, RAMIL AMYR. We talked a lot of stuff, man. Real estate. We talked about life as a single black male, and we also talked about The Hard Camera.
Nice.
So salute to him. Thank you for him. But yeah, check us out on the YouTube, man. Search The Hard Camera. Here we are on the YouTube. A lot of ways to touch us. What's that?
Should be the first one to pop up on there, and every time I search it, it is.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't think anybody's got our fucking name, so don't think about stealing it either if you're listening.
Nah, I ain't rolling. Ren has guns, and I'm persuasive.
I don't have any guns.
I'll definitely cut that part out. That's crazy. Legal firearms. I meant biceps.
Yeah. Welcome to the gun show, baby.
Babe. Holy shit. So, we had Stomping Grounds. Timberland presents Stomping Grounds by Lugs. Before we get into what you thought about, I want to give you the updated numbers. Me and you both went 5 for 8.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Had a couple, one unexpected victory, which we'll talk about. I tried to get spicy. I went with Lacey Evans, even by the DQ, and she tapped out super quick. We'll talk more about that. But yeah, 5 for 8. Our updated numbers. Big Ren, you are sitting at 18 of 33, 54.54%. I am hanging on to this lead by a thread. I am at 19 of 33, 57.57%.
See, I'm not even creeping right now. Like, I don't creep until like the end of the season.
Yeah, nah. I gotta build the lead and then
I'm
lose
just
the
hanging
lead.
out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
gotta build the lead, then lose the lead, and then yeah. So you're right there. We got a long way to go.
It ain't working season yet.
Not yet. It's got to get a little chilly out. You can put your camouflage on.
Work.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, man. So we had the Timbaland produced Stomping Grounds pay-per-view. What'd you think about it overall? First,
I was very fucking surprised, actually.
Me too.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed most of it. I enjoyed the first half of the show better than I did the last half.
Mm-hmm.
It delivered, man. And for as many tickets as they didn't sell to that shit, it would have been a good one to go to.
You know, I had it at I gave it the hashtag decent. It wasn't anything to me. There were no like over the top great matches. Ricochet and Samoa Joe is probably my match of the night. There was nothing really over the top, but there was nothing really technically bad. I mean, we'll talk about the main event. It reminded me of one of those old WCW pay-per-views, like in their heyday of 97, 98, where like the lower card, and then like the mid card matches really held up most of the show, and then the main event had like all the big names in it, but wasn't really that special. Yeah. So, but not enough to completely ruin the show. Like I said, it wasn't nothing over the top great, but it wasn't a bad show by any means, man. Shit was hashtag decent.
It really was, yeah. I mean, double surprises, you know, main event. Whenever everything played out in the main event, it was kind of, you could have turned it off, you know, before it was even over.
Yeah. Let's get to it, man. Started off with Lacey Evans tapping out to Becky Lynch. You have any thoughts about that match? How that went?
It was good, but like I didn't think that was the last thing I thought that was going to happen.
The quick tap.
Yeah.
You
know, and like I'm starting to feel like she can't do anything to make her look bad.
Becky Lynch,
because there was no Lacey.
She can't do anything to make herself look bad.
Yeah. Even if she loses, even if she botches, you seen that botch.
It was a little rough. A little rough.
Like even the ref was like, "Oh, damn it."
You're not putting this one on me. Not putting this shit on me, goddammit. It started off a little rough. The little positioning problems. It looked like some of them shots just looked a little stiff to me. Maybe it was good, good placement, good execution. But yeah, the more I see Lacey, the less I think she was actually ready for the main roster. Just as far as execution wise, I think she still comes off a little stiff. Like she could have used a little more seasoning in NXT. Like Elias, they pushed Elias up really quick. But Elias, I think, was ready based on character development. He hasn't been in the ring like that. He has, but not really. But character development-wise, he was good for the main roster. I'm not sure Lacey is quite there yet.
I don't think she is.
So, I feel like Michael Cole was a little bit off.
Say what?
I feel like Michael Cole was a little off. He called the disarm her way early. When it was the simple arm bar. Corey Graves was on it. His cover up game was strong all night. He was doing his thing. He said Renee Young might get kicked out of the arena for being a nasty, and I laughed out loud. I legit LOL'd. For being a nasty, I legit LOL'd right there. That's good work. That's the best thing going right now, man. On the microphone is Corey Graves. I got to salute to him.
Big time.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to part 2 of their feud in the night later on. What was next? Oh, Mustafa Ali is a guardian angel.
Yeah, like
he's
just out there protecting the main streets of Chicago.
Well, he wasn't really protecting shit. I mean, because for all that crime he was looking at, he kind of just kept walking. He just let it happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit up there. I mean, shit. Sorry.
Sorry. Didn't he used to be a cop in Chicago?
I don't know about all that.
I thought I read someone used to be a cop in Chicago. I'm like, oh man, so he was just an extension of his job.
You don't seem that old.
Just look and keep walking.
Not worth my time. Not worth the paperwork.
Yeah, right. Shit, man. Holy shit. That shit was awful to me. That shit was so awful to me. Peter Parker face.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of those promos. I mean, I watched the promos whenever it was live on the pay-per-view. Yeah. They had them on the shows the other night. I just fast forward through those. Like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, no, that's rough. That's rough. Moving forward, we had a really fun tag match between New Day and Kevin and Sammy.
But you called that one though.
Yeah, they needed that win. They did need that win, but they made it look good, man. Xavier Woods showed some fire. Big E hit that spear through the ropes, which is always impressive. Always dangerous as shit, but always impressive. How did they follow up? Didn't they follow with like a loss to Heavy Machinery?
Yeah, they tagged with Heavy Machinery against the Revival and Daniel Bryan, I think. No. I'm sorry. It was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens with Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Was that on? That might have been on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
Because I think they did like a similar match on Raw with like the Usos and the Revival.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's one of those convoluted ways of like avoiding wrestling matches during the commercial.
Oh yeah, that fucking stupid shit.
So they're going over the top with like the elimination matches. Here's why we're trash. Just a couple episodes ago, we're talking about how we missed having 2 out of 3 falls matches, and now they're giving us 1 or 2 every goddamn show, and we don't want them anymore.
They're doing that shit though. The way they're doing that shit though is fucking whack.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, cause they have to make it known, like, all right, yeah, we're gonna get things freshened up here. We're gonna go back and we're gonna go to a commercial break. We'll be right back with the next match.
We're gonna reset.
Match.
We're gonna reset and get back to look, man. Just wrestle during the commercial break. You're doing too much.
Like you guys are doing that. You're cutting the lights down low on the 3rd hour of Raw. What the fuck is that?
Fucking Titantron.
Dude, I don't know if, is that even really trying?
I don't know, man. Who fucking knows, dude? Next up, we had a surprise. We both called Samoa Joe retaining over Ricochet, but Rick O'Shea, they must have been listening to the hard camera, man. I kept calling him Sin Cara. It was like, Sin Cara these nuts, bud. We got a new U.S. champion in Ricochet.
Dude, yeah, I don't think anybody would have thought that Ricochet was going to pull it off. I mean, not saying Ricochet's not good, but they're just throwing that U.S. title around to anybody.
You know what?
I'm not saying anybody, but
thinking about it, and you know what? Thinking about it later on, Samoa Joe only had the U.S. title because Rey Mysterio got injured.
Yeah, true.
So it was almost like he wasn't supposed to have it anyway, which still kind of fucking sucks. Like I know WWE is historically a babyface territory, but it is kind of transitioning to his newest feud. But like, Joe gotta win something, right?
Yeah,
he's gotta win something. Like, he's a 2-time U.S. champ, but like, not really.
Yeah, it's just given to him, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just beat Ray like we predicted back then. He could have beat Ray, and so he's transitioned to Kofi Kingston, which actually sounds fire, and it's a new feud, but I don't believe he's going to win this match either.
No.
So it kind of does another disservice to Kofi, or not to Kofi, to Samoa Joe. And also, I mean, it bolsters the reign of Kofi. Like I said, Kofi's been having a much better reign than Seth Rollins. But I mean, what about Joe?
He's just another Joe in the crowd.
Old regular Joe.
Yeah.
That might be the new name, man. Regular Joe.
Smo Joe. Man. Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo. Samoa Joe Schmo. Yeah, man. It's
and I hate to say that too, because I like Joe.
Yeah.
You know, like he's awesome. He's awesome on the mic. He's a hard ass. You know, he'll show up to your house. You know?
Yes, he will. You know what? Even thinking out loud, like maybe it comes back to what we keep talking about, how nothing is worth remembering. Like, who's going to remember that Samoa Joe loses a lot?
That's a good point.
So, I don't know. Especially if they can build up enough heat in the next couple weeks to make him look some kind of credible to Kofi Kingston. I mean, listen, Joe on the mic, Joe can talk his ass off. You know what I mean? Joe's got bars, and he's also big and strong and scary. His hair is a little weird. He's not as dangerous looking as he once was. His hair is a little too flourishy right now. But
is Joe gonna show up at Kofi's house?
You said what?
Is Joe gonna show up at Kofi's house?
Shit, he might.
But that's really like the only thing that like I think Joe's got like going for him is like he will show up at your fucking house.
His GPS works, man. His GPS does not fail.
Well.
My man,
updates that shit.
What's he using? Waze?
Dude, I gotta find out.
Holy shit, man. Moving forward, what was next? We had your boys Heavy Machinery came up short to the Planeteers.
We all knew that, but they're so tight.
We did all know that. I was actually surprised by that match, man. I don't fuck with Heavy Machinery, as you know. But that actually was not a bad match at all, man.
Yeah. I think you'll come around eventually.
You know what it is? It's two things, right? I think everything is corny. Like everything. I think everything is corny.
Like that's how I felt about the New Day back when I didn't like them.
I feel you. And they had their stale period to me too. But I didn't think they were necessarily. I think that there's corny and there's corny on purpose. Like, if New Day was corny on purpose. But Heavy Machinery has. What's up?
You don't think they're corny on purpose?
If New Day is corny, they're corny on purpose. They're just black nerds. Like, cool black nerds is what they are.
Heavy Machinery is just heavy metal white dudes.
Heavy Machinery has Vince McMahon corny all over it. I mean, yeah, blue collar strong, whatever. But like, I'm just, yeah. I think, number one, I think everything is corny, and two, I don't really like comedy and wrestling like that. Like, I don't really like my wrestling to be funny.
Like, I understand. I get that. I do get that. Because, like, but, like, most of the shit that, like, I like on here, most of the time it's not meant to be funny, but I think it's funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just, like, I don't know, just, like, because, like, Stone Cold was never meant to be funny, but I thought that shit was hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that's it, and that's the difference. He wasn't meant to be funny, but you thought it was funny. The stuff that typically means to be funny isn't really funny to me.
Funny? No.
You know what I mean? There was one thing, I'm thinking about it, and this was AEW. Did you? No, you didn't see the Battle Royal, did you, for Double or Nothing?
No, I didn't.
So there's there's a spot in the match where it's this guy, his name's Orange Cassidy. And like, he walks in, he's got jeans on, he's got these sunglasses. He does stuff like his hands in his pockets. He's just like super cool, right? He goes face to face with Tommy Dreamer and like does these like You know how Daniel Bryan will kick the legs and work the legs or whatever?
Yeah.
He did it in like slow motion. Like
What?
super cool. Slow motion. Like, I'm just too cool for this. So you had the shades on, hands in the pockets. You have I'm not doing it justice by describing it. Some of the listeners have probably seen it, but like that was funny to me. Tommy Dreamer's looking at him like what are you doing? What are you doing? That was funny to me. But WWE branded comedy isn't typically funny to me unless it's New Day because they do their own thing. But even then,
this is gonna be really, really funny, pal. You just gotta make sure and watch it, pal.
Good,
it's gonna be really
good shit. It's good shit.
Good shit. Good shit, pal.
It was in fact not good shit. Holy shit. Yeah, no. So Heavy Machinery, they show that they can kind of go, but I'm not sold on Heavy Machinery. I'd rather see the War Raider Vikings, Minnesota, Oakland Viking Raiders land face experience.
I would, yeah. No, I can agree on that. I like Heavy Machinery. They're never gonna be champions, but they're just gonna be those guys that are just there. Like they're not. Like, I don't think they're ever gonna mean anything.
High key,
like, you know what I mean?
High key, I could totally see them eventually being champions.
Yeah,
I could. This thin ass tag team division.
Oh yeah, you're true about that.
Yeah, that's why I love Daniel Bryan's promo. Daniel Bryan has some bars about how they make the tag team division a joke.
Dude, that shit was so weird. Like, well, to me, that they because that match, who is the heel and who's the face in that match?
Well, the heel was Daniel Bryan and Rowan. The thing is, they were in Daniel Bryan's home state.
Man, they were getting a lot of love.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how close Tacoma is to Aberdeen, but Daniel Bryan was a home state boy, so they were gonna cheer everything he did.
But like, if this was like a Monday, if this was a Raw or SmackDown, he would have been talking shit about all of them.
Not in his state, not in his home state.
Shit.
He's one of those guys that doesn't do that. That like doesn't dog where he's from on the microphone. Like they made.
He would have dogged the people, like, just like, I don't know, just
about
like how
them
he is,
being like wasteful planet. Yeah. I hear you. Like I remember they had Leo Rush do that on the microphone. How he's from DC and he had them dog DC while he was wearing a shirt that showed love to DC.
that don't work.
Yeah, no. So I don't know. I think they would give Daniel Bryan a little more leeway than they would say a Leo Rush, but hell,
pal.
It's good shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be good shit, pal. Just do it.
Yeah. Up next we had Bayley taking on Alexa Bliss. Another solid match. Nothing that blew me away. This feud looks like it's going to continue. Nikki Cross beat Bayley to earn another shot for Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, that was a pretty weak win, I thought. But
any thoughts about it?
I'm looking forward to seeing what actually happens with Alexa and Nikki.
Absolutely.
Because that's going to come, and that'll be fun.
I think this feud is serving two masters, but barely, because Bayley fell off feuding with Alexa Bliss, I believe, at Extreme Rules, a year or two ago, whenever that was. So this is kind of a redemption storyline in that sense, but the main story here, the real story here, is Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Bayley is in the background in her own championship feud right now.
That's fucking weird.
It's a little weird.
Because you and I both know probably what's most likely going to happen. So, as
far as how it's going to go, what do you mean?
Yeah, with Nikki and Alexa.
Yeah,
we've all done that. We've been down that road before with other people.
True. And maybe they surprise us and Alexa Bliss is genuine, but then again, maybe they just draw it out and say, hey, maybe maybe they fail at the SmackDown titles. Maybe she tries to use her to get the tag team titles, and so maybe you could draw it out. But either way, yeah, you're right.
I'm wondering, I mean, this is going to be Extreme Rules we're talking about coming up next. I wonder what the stipulation is going to be, or even if there is going to be a stipulation.
Dude, if I remember right, man, last year's Extreme Rules didn't have any extreme rules to it.
No, it didn't.
So, yeah.
Like, every match should be, like, fucking, like, there should be something.
Yeah, so, I don't know, man, we're here. This wild card rule doesn't mean shit, does it, man?
Fuck no. Fuck no, dude. The wild card and the shakeup doesn't mean a fucking thing.
Raw's Alexa Bliss challenging for the SmackDown Women's title.
Yeah, fuck it, man. Let's just yeah, come on, pal. Shit's good.
It's good shit.
The only thing I can think of every time I say that shit is that little fucking picture of that puppet I sent you earlier.
Yeah, that Bray Wyatt puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I actually cannot believe Vince was like cool with that.
Yeah. Holy shit. When do you think he debuts finally?
Fuck, dude. It's so hard to tell. Like, I really have no idea. I mean, like, they have been using the puppets in segments, if you've noticed that.
Right.
Have you seen that?
I didn't watch Raw or SmackDown this week, but I read in the recaps and saw different news bits that
I didn't even notice it. I seen it posted online, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I had to go back and read those posts, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, I guess that means really nothing.
If they're serious about it, if they're really serious about it, to me, he's got to get a SummerSlam spot.
Oh, that'll be here soon. That'll be here really quick.
Extreme Rules might be too quick, but let him get a SummerSlam spot or some kind of something at SummerSlam. I mean, well, hell, they'll be in where's SummerSlam this year?
I think it's in LA.
They go back to LA this year?
I want to say LA, yeah. Let me check.
But either way, they're going to be there all weekend. So either, if not SummerSlam, maybe the next day from SummerSlam. It's in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the day after SummerSlam. I don't know. But he's got to be somewhere figured into that SummerSlam weekend for me to believe that they're gonna push this. I know he's gotten the vignettes featured that way, but I mean the bell got to ring. And they got to tell a story.
And, like, so. I'm getting kind of tired of these promos.
Yeah.
I mean...
So...
I'm wondering how they're actually, like, what they're going to do with his character. Like, cause I mean, like, yeah. I think we've talked about it a little bit. Like, there's a couple things they could do with it.
What do you think they could do?
He comes out... I mean, like, he comes out as just the regular dude, you know? And... He loses a couple times or whatever, and then like during a match he's about to lose and fucking he loses it, you know, in his head, right. And the lights go down and the lights come back on, he's got the mask on and shit.
Yeah.
You know, he's a new person.
It's a few things they gotta do right? I'm over the hokey shit, period. Like, so no projector screens of worms on the fucking ring mat. Like, I'm over the hokey shit. If they're gonna incorporate this mask thing, make it make sense. Do it cool.
He's gotta wear it the whole match. I mean,
something, like, you know what I mean? Make it cool. Make it important. If it's an offshoot, if it's his demon, like it's Finn Balor, like Finn Balor as a demon. Yeah. If this is his demon, then make it make sense. Most importantly, too, is who his first feud is.
Yeah, I was talking to my buddies about that.
He's got to be feuding with someone, some kind of important, and he has to win the feud.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, his words have to mean something this time. He can't just be out here the eater of worlds and not eating no worlds.
Speaking of somebody that hasn't been on TV in a while, I mean, wrestling match in a while, Aleister Black. Somebody knocked at his door this week.
So Did they say who knocked? I saw rumors of who his feud, who he'll be wrestling. Did they show who knocked?
They didn't show who knocked. He did his promo, and then he said he's waiting on somebody to knock at his door, and they got a knock. And then that was basically it.
Word. So he got a knock, and he didn't answer? Did he like turn off the lights like he wasn't home or something?
he acted like he was excited to answer the door, and then the promo was over.
And then like they didn't record the fight or the.
No, there was nothing. I guess the dude just played like Ding Dong Ditch or some shit, you know.
That's crazy. When he left the flaming bag of shit on his fucking porch.
It's one of them flaming bags again,
God
Martha.
Damn. Fucking
Don't
TP'd his...
knock it out with your boots, Ted.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck. TP'd his
It's
trees.
again.
got them hooligans in my neighborhood. Holy shit. That's crazy. Yeah, somebody knocked and then they just, let's turn off the cameras.
See ya.
Yeah. Shit. I'm seeing reports that it's going to be Cesaro. Aleister Black versus Cesaro.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing as well.
Which Cesaro's going to give everybody a great match.
Yeah.
Cesaro's one of those guys who's cursed with being too good. A la Dolph Ziggler, a la Mr. Perfect. Like, they're too good at wrestling and wrestling everybody else and making everybody else look good to where that they can't get over a certain hump.
Big time.
So,
because I mean, what's the last thing we've seen Cesaro do? He was with Sheamus at the bar.
Yeah, he had a series of matches with Ricochet. After the shake-up, he got some new music, but I mean, yeah, he's just Cesaro.
No, I mean, I agree. Guy. I mean, he's too good for his own good.
Yeah. Actually, I think last we saw him was that Fatal 5-Way to crown Ricochet as the number one contender. Yeah. He hit Braun Strowman with the neutralizer, which is it's a good look. You know what I mean?
Yeah, did they? Yeah, and then the three of them pinned Braun to get him out of there.
Yep. Yeah. So. Up next, man, we had, this match could have went either way. I personally think they put the wrong guy over, even though both guys needed it. It was another match that I felt like maybe we're just thinking too highly of these two guys, thinking that they could have a better match than they have been having. Maybe they've just had the handcuffs put on them with the storyline or whatever. But even WrestleMania, the match was just kind of there. Drew McIntyre losing to Roman Reigns. We both had Drew McIntyre winning.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised about that.
Me too.
And just like Shane was there, and he's the best in the world.
He is.
But no, man, it's just I don't really want to see this little feud keep going. Kinda.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I was thinking, if this turns into maybe like another true faction led by Shane McMahon, then maybe it's something I can get behind. But even then, like, your faction ain't shit if your goons keep losing like they do,
And they got the only way they win is if you're there. Yeah.
Shane McMahon only made it to Salt Lake City. He didn't quite make it coast to coast.
Bro, I feel bad for the Miz on Tuesday.
Did he make it?
He took that coast right in the... No, it got the guts.
See?
Oh, dude. Still, I get hurt.
Shane put it in his guts.
Man, dude.
That dick yelp is coming out.
Yeah.
I definitely crossed the line. Yeah, I crossed the line. Holy shit. Yeah, man. I thought Drew was going to take it. I think Drew needed a little bit more. They've neutered the big dog, but the thing is, it's like, I'm not sure how I want to put this. It's like, why have Roman Reigns win the one-on-one match, set up the handicap match, just to put the Undertaker in there, to get the Undertaker involved? It would make sense to do it the other way around. Have Drew win, give something to Roman that he can't overcome to where he has to get a partner. But if he already beat the Goon the night before, Undertaker just seems overkill.
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, like, I don't think anybody was expecting Undertaker to come out on it at Raw.
Right.
But that was basically the whole point of it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a clear ratings grab to me. Give people something to talk about. But I want to see him make it make sense.
I mean, yeah, and it ain't. It ain't.
Well, make it make sense. I mean, is it what? Because he's the moral compass of the WWE or something? Is it because he beat Shane at WrestleMania 32 and Shane was supposed to leave and he didn't leave? Like, it's like, make it make sense to you, boy.
Well, they're not gonna do that.
No. Speaking of, we've got 2 tag team matches for Extreme Rules, and they're all involving singles competitors.
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck? Like, what did I say? What did I say that shit? Like last episode?
Last episode, maybe the episode before. Yeah, we've got more tag team matches with singles competitors than we do with tag teams.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like,
who knows? I can't call it.
I mean, it's mind-boggling.
My mind is bottled.
Yeah, my mind was frazzled.
Holy shit. Michael Cole with that trash-ass big dog strong dog. Say it again.
So I'm not really looking forward to that one. But
no, I'm not. I've been off Taker for a while, but I mean, we'll see where it goes.
I'm starting to get on your level with that one, yeah. Like, it's like, okay, here we go again.
Listen, I'll never lead you wrong, man. I'll never lead you wrong. Look,
oh yeah, you never have.
I think Taker is off Taker.
Yeah, dude, definitely. Like, dude, he wants to do fucking American Badass again. Let him do that.
I think he just wants to do Michelle McCool and just go home.
I think she wants the same thing.
Like, I just think he's just over it. Like, let me leave. Like, let me.
Like, he just, like, I don't know. Like, he's just an old school dude that, like I don't know. Like, I don't want to put words in his mouth or anything, but like, he just feels like obligated. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, look, man, he took the best brain buster ever from Goldberg. Like, I feel like he's just done.
Yeah, he threw it right back at him.
I think he's just done. Yeah. And it kind of goes back to what we've mentioned before as far as him not building stars to sustain and their over-reliance on the old guys. Like, Taker, again, he probably just wants to go home. But they neutered the big dog. They had a fresh big dog coming from leukemia. They neutered him. Don't know what they're doing with him. Nobody's really standing out like that.
And so is Seth and Roman not boys anymore? Because I mean, I figured Seth would have came out to help before Taker.
Where is Seth? Right?
You know,
well, I thought we was boys.
She was really dead.
Thought we was boys. They all on each other's. They all on each other's shows.
Seth's all caked up now. You know,
bruh. Yeah, we'll definitely get to that. But they all on each other's shows. They don't dap up or nothing.
They don't even talk backstage.
They don't pass each other in the hallway. They don't meet up at the lockers or nothing.
It's sad.
Yeah, man. Thought we was boys.
Nope. Hey, man, I'm just doing what she wants, bro. Sorry.
My man got wifed up and said, fuck all his boys.
I can't come out tonight, bro. Sorry.
That's funny, man. You know I wouldn't even trip, man.
The man said I can't come out.
That's funny. She want me to stay inside tonight, man. You know I wouldn't even trip. Damn, dude. Damn, my man Seth got married and said, fuck all his single homies.
Yeah, see y'all. Oh, hey Seth, you gonna come out today? Nah, man, we're going to a pumpkin patch. Sorry, dude.
Shit.
Like,
dude. My man went out like that, man. We had Kofi Mania still running wild as he defeated Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage. Do WWE steel cage matches just not excite you anymore? They don't. That match just kind of happened for me. Like I had higher expectations for it. The highlight of it was the finish, Kofi diving out of the ring and out of the cage. But for the most part, it just kind of existed for me.
Yeah, like the last cool cage match they had for me was Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens.
Because he launched homie off the top. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck winning, I'm gonna throw your ass off this motherfucker."
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
You win.
That was definitely a moment. Yeah. But,
you win this one.
But it just kind of happened for me. Like it nothing really stuck out except the finish. They had the 2 out of 3 falls match on SmackDown. Ziggler lost that clean.
Speaking of cage matches, real quick, I didn't watch tonight's NXT, but they had a cage match.
Yes, Mia Yim and not Mia Yim, Io Shirai and Shayna Baszler.
I heard it was fire.
I bet it was. I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to go watch. I didn't get to check out NXT.
I mean, that's a whole different world, you know. But.
Yeah, a whole new world. Was that Aladdin? I think it was Aladdin. But yeah, clearly we don't have too much to add to the steel cage match. Ziggler lost the 2 out of 3 falls match on SmackDown. They're probably going to another hiatus to do really Republican stand-up comedy. And
is it?
Dude, look, man. I'm not gonna see. I've never seen none of his stand-up, but like he's a Fox News correspondent on the side, so. He probably talks about.
No, I thought what's his name was. I mean, what's his name? Shit. Funkasaurus.
Brodus Clay, now known as Tyrus.
Yeah, he is for sure.
And he just got fired.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he just got fired. So there's clearly a theme here. But yeah, if listen, he's a Fox News correspondent. I'm sure his stand-up is about like bootstraps and like fish avies and like kissing your dog in the lips. Like I'm sure. I don't know. Never been there, but I feel like I can make an educated guess. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that match wasn't much.
Say what?
That match wasn't much. The coolest part about that match was Kofi jumping through.
Yeah, he dove through and made a shake, man, which is it was a good look. Good look. His feet hit the ropes a little bit. It could have been rough.
Busted his head.
It could have been rough. So, the main event, man. So, you know what, man? Last episode, me and you were talking about Baron Corbin and whether we dislike him for the right reasons, right? For whatever reasons. So
we got better reasons now.
There might be better reasons, man, because I was watching Stomping Grounds and myself, I was like, I think the reason I don't like him is he's kind of fucking boring. And that was just me, right? There's like, he's kind of boring. But it turns out that maybe we don't like him because he's way too fucking sexy, dog.
Dude! It's good shit, pal.
It's good shit. So yeah, tell him about the news bit you came across, man. Baron Corbin, the sex symbol.
My God, dude, I lost it when I read this shit today. You guys want to know why Baron Corbin's getting pushed? It's because Vince McMahon thinks women swoon over him, guys like him.
Yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, man.
Hey, chicks dig him. Chicks dig that.
It's good shit.
Chicks dig that, pal.
Listen,
good shit, pal.
Baron Corbin got that deep six, man.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
That's what it is. He got that deep six.
Man, I might actually have to get on at Dick Yelp and just look up.
Look up Baron Corbin ratings.
Yeah, just go on the search engine, type Baron Corbin.
Oh my god.
Because hey, maybe that's where Vince got it from.
Hey, Vince McMahon on Dick Yelp is hilarious.
Dude, yeah, I could definitely see that.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. So, taking us back on track. Seth Rollins defeated Baron Corbin after a super convoluted main event. Now I'll say this. Now in the episode before we talked about that theory I read where it'd be Charlotte. You know, as Becky Lynch's arch rival. Now, it all came clear to me. Seth Rollins did his promo and said that whoever it is gonna get this steel chair like everybody else. Right when he said that, I was like, okay, it's a woman. WWE is way too heavy-handed. There's no nuance. There's no subtlety. On top of that, so when he said that, I knew it was a woman. But the whole fucking night, it was Seth and Becky sitting in a tree, Fucking. Like, they were so fucking heavy-handed with their relationship that it only made sense. It only made sense. I'm not necessarily mad at the storytelling, though. It's not a bad storytelling trope. I'm 50-50 though on the usage, the reliance of their relationship, their real life relationship. What do you think about it though?
Like, they're gonna have to make this last, and I don't know if they can do that on TV. Like, not saying like in like real life, like their relationship, but like
right,
like this, like. So this is always going to be like the backdrop of their story.
Yeah. Where do you go from there? Yeah.
So and I mean, I don't know. I feel like, and I think we both said it. Like they put themselves in a corner a lot of times. You know, like how the fuck are they going to get out of this?
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be another one of those moments. Because what are they going to do? You know, like, I mean, I hope their relationship stays good, because if it doesn't, this is going to fuck a lot of things up.
Bruh. I feel like this is something they should only do for married couples, yeah. Like, it made sense with Naomi and Jimmy Uso. They're married.
And I feel like Seth and Becky, that's pretty new. That's a pretty fresh relationship. Like,
and I don't, I don't even want to speak to them because I don't know, the depths of their relationship. But I mean, I know they're not married. I know shit can go left easily.
Yeah.
So now that it's such a heavy-handed thing on television, like it's been drilled into our minds, how do they get out of it after Extreme Rules? Do they just, I mean, what do they do? There's another thing to it though, to me, and it's more along the lines of gender roles, society roles, how people just view things in society. I feel like Becky Lynch and her whole persona, part of me feels like her TV attachment to Seth kind of undoes everything about who Becky Lynch is.
She's still the man, though. That's what they're going with.
She's still the man, but it's like, not that she's reliant on Seth because she came to Seth's aid, but I feel like her being the man, it just kind of undoes her independent, fiery spirit.
Like, he's not gonna be able to come to her aid. You know what I'm saying?
It just feels like giving her that air of vulnerability about her in any sense of her. It's one thing if like her vulnerabilities was like her friends. She ain't got no friends like that. But let's say it was like an injury, like a physical vulnerability. That makes more sense. But to prey on her romantic, emotional vulnerability just seems like something to pick on a woman for. It makes her seem not as tough, not as strong, even though she came to Seth's aid. Right.
That makes 100% sense.
And then on the flip side of it, I believe on Monday, Baron Corbin said something about like to Seth Rollins, why don't you go make her a sandwich?
He did.
So it's like, why is that the easy way to go? Why take that route and undermine Seth's masculinity because he can rely on his woman? When in romance, in love, you should be able to rely on your woman to be able to rely on your woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they So they undermine Seth's masculinity because of that, but also they undermine Becky Lynch's strength, her personal strength, by having her TV attached to a man. You know what I'm saying? That kind of emotional. So I don't know. It's early in the story. We'll see where it goes, but I don't trust that pencil.
Not at all. I'm right there with you.
So, who knows, man? We go ahead.
Maybe this Extreme Rules match will just be like a one-off deal. Like that'll be enough. Like that'll be enough for the casual fans to be like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers that are actually like watching it and studying and shit like that. They'll be like, okay, like we'll go ahead and get this over with, and we'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't trust it. I don't trust that pen over there. You absolutely called it during the night that we're gonna see the mixed tag match, and then added on for the titles. So
yeah.
That match is coming at Extreme Rules. We'll see how that goes, see how that build goes. Seth Rollins
got like 5 matches announced for that shit.
Yeah, they're building the card, man. It should be a few weeks from now. It's a few weeks. So
I would actually rather them announce like the matches early so we can kind of figure out. I mean, we'll actually like what we would like to expect out of a build.
It lets us know they have some. It lets us know they have some kind of plan.
Yeah.
Some kind of plan.
They're actually working.
I'm not mad at that. Seth Rollins has been all over the news, kind of stepping away from. Actually, you know what? We'll wrap up Stomping Grounds. Was there anything else you wanted to know to mention about Stomping Grounds? I'm kind of over it now as we talk about it. But yeah, Stomping Grounds. It happened. It was #decent. I'd say it kind of fell off, starting with Roman Reigns and McIntyre, leading all the way up to the steel cage match, leading all the way up to Rollins and Corbin. That shit went on way too long. But it was #decent, the show was #decent. Nothing that I'll overly remember or want to go back and look at. I won't
rewatch from now.
No, it happened. It got us on the way. Moving forward, though, Seth Rollins has been in the news lately. For a few reasons, man. He been getting kind of spicy on the bird, man. He getting kind of spicy on Twitter. Talking this shit, man. First off, saying WWE has the best wrestling out, which is debatable. I would say they have the best roster, the most diverse roster. They're not letting them do roster things though, so that's debatable. He then said that Jon Moxley took his ball and went home, and then went on to complain, and then went to complain on different podcasts. The stuff that's catching my eye though is his spiciness with Will Ospreay. What they've been getting into back and forth. I'm not mad at Seth, man. Like if he's gonna be the man, he's got to talk that shit,
I think it's good for both of them too. Like I don't really know too much about Ospreay. I know he's pretty badass, but like I don't know too much outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great wrestler. But yeah, like I said, I don't know too much about him. And I know one of the things that Seth said was like how much money he makes or some shit,
which is corny to me, but yeah,
big time.
It's a little corny.
Like, come on, dude. But I mean, we got Fyter Fest this weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Speaking of AEW, so WWE announced that they are going to live stream Evolve's 10th anniversary show. which is running head to head with AEW's Fight for the Fallen. At the same time, those shows will be on. Kenny Omega was very vocal on the bird. He explicitly said that he said that WWE lines their talents' pockets with blood money. So he's obviously a fan of the hard camera. Yes, shout to Kenny Omega.
Yes.
But he said explicitly, like, talents are paid with blood money. He was not happy to hear that they're going to be streaming the Evolve show at the same time as the AEW show. What do you make of this whole? And we talked about it before. You know, the AEW's real competition is NXT, but NXT is under the WWE umbrella, and WWE is clearly acknowledging that AEW is a thing that they have to reckon with. What do you think about this impending, this Cold War between AEW and WWE?
WWE is shook as fuck.
Tell it. Talk it.
I mean, like, dude, they brought Taker back. You know, fucking
true.
They brought Taker back to a fucking Monday Night Raw that only sold 3,500 tickets
for a fucking random pay-per-view in July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, they had to curtain off a bunch of the sections of the arena at Stomping Ground, and at the following night at Monday Night Raw, they fucking upgraded a bunch of tickets from the people that were sitting up top down to the bottom. There's pictures,
right?
On Monday Night Raw where those up top seats are fucking empty.
Yeah, it's a rough time. Look at the numbers. It's a rough time between it being summertime and people. You know what though, the summertime thing for me, the summertime thing only speaks to TV ratings. We know TV ratings are down. It shouldn't speak to live attendance.
Exactly, because the shows get over at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Summer, people start out at those times.
Exactly. Like, and you know, to me, as far as the TV ratings go, people aren't watching TV because they're out doing things, including going to events like WWE.
I mean, like, this is a perfect example. I mean, like, okay, during the winter where I work, we get busy at 5 o'clock. During the summer, we don't get busy till 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So people go out later on.
Yeah.
They're going to be at home until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. Ain't no excuse.
Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering what the frenzy is as far as these low numbers. Is it where they've been booked? Is it... I mean, the Pacific Northwest has always been kind of hit or miss anyway. So, I mean, is it because of location? Is it because people are just getting fucking bored? They see the alternative? Are the tickets just not worth it? I wonder what the frenzy is. It's kind of hurting sales like that. To me, the whole thing, it's a little different. AEW and WWE, it's a little different to me from WCW versus WWF. Like, back in the day, you definitely had, certain superstars who would never ever do business with Vince McMahon or Eric Bischoff just because of whatever personal experience they had. But overall, for the most part, it was really just all business. I mean, Cass was jumping ship left and right. You know what I mean? It seemed to be all business. But nowadays, this seems like more of a clash of ideologies, a clash of moral philosophies, more than it is just the business aspect. You know what I mean?
Like, they're looking at a long term. I mean, dude, fucking, like, have you read about, like, the contracts that they're doing now for WWE? 5-year deals?
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. So it's like, on one hand, you got WWE, who's this big machine who seems to have lost its way as far as storytelling. They're making the most money they've ever made, but I wonder, like, where the money's coming from. Like, the breakdown of where they're getting their money from. But I mean, it's WWE, the big machine who is lax on actual in-ring product and storytelling and moments. They'll tell you they're making history without just making the history. And you've got superstars who are outwardly not happy with their situation. versus AEW, who seems to be about that essence, bringing it back to what it was. I mean, we talked about it before. We've forgotten that Seth Rollins and AJ Styles just happened, whereas at Double or Nothing, Cody and Dustin revisited a promo that I remember from 25 years ago, and created
a lot of other people do.
Exactly, and created a moment that I'm not going to forget anytime soon, based off the storytelling. So they're kind of bringing the essence back. It's like it's the underground versus the mainstream thing. It's something that happens with like WWE rap fans, rock fans, all of that.
WWE could be doing the same thing, but for some fucking reason they choose not to, and AEW is doing exactly what WWE is not doing. Yeah.
So it seems to be more than just. I can see it picking up and it being more than just the business. There's a lot more underneath the surface as far as philosophies go in what you want in your wrestling. You know?
Oh yeah, big time.
So, and especially now, I mean, to be honest, WWE has always been over the top. Whether we're talking Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, or what have you. They've always had an over-the-top production value, over-the-top aspect. WCW was always a little bit more gritty and realistic, but it's never been more evident, more clear than today.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, like, AEW they're doing, I feel like AEW is doing a bit more gritty, but they still have the over-the-top, but the over-the-top makes memories. Like what happened with Cody and Dusty.
And, you know, and when I say over the top, I mean like, I brought up Hogan, Warrior, Savage, the over the top personalities. The over the top that AEW did, I wouldn't even call it over the top because it was all rooted in reality.
Yeah.
Like, the stories that they're telling are cohesive, comprehensive stories that people can relate to and that make sense.
They remember.
Yeah.
And just brings it back like, God damn, yes. Like nobody thought that was going to happen at all. I mean, at Double or Nothing, you know?
So.
Oh, man, dude. Oh, my God. Speaking, like, well, talking about AEW, fucking said All In is going to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I got a couple boys up there, like, that watch WWE.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit familiar with AEW and shit like that, New Japan.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, y'all gotta try to get fucking tickets to All In.
Facts. That's what, September?
And, August 31st, I think.
Oh, wow, okay.
Seriously. And, dude, I'm in a group chat with some of those guys, and, like, it's like, dude, AEW All In sold out in fucking 11 minutes.
Yeah.
One of the motherfuckers on there said, oh, what, was it a high school gymnasium? Motherfucker!
You don't know what you're talking about, homie.
Get out of here, dude. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't know why you on Vince's dick about it. Dude, like, it must be good shit, pal.
that dick yelp is coming.
Ain't my cup of tea, buddy.
Holy fucking shit. Oh man!
Like, come on, because they're the dudes that still talk shit about it, but they're still on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like this is a whole new deal.
Yeah.
Where you could just enjoy it like you used to.
It's like we said before. It's a golden age, man. There's literally something for everyone if you want to go get it. You know, if you want to find it, if you want to know how to go find it, absolutely. I got a Leo Rush Shane Strickland match on my YouTube that I gotta watch still, from like Defy, the old it's called Defy, old organization. I'm not even sure which year it was, but yeah. So if you want it, it's out there.
Yeah.
So
you just gotta turn the channel, man.
You know what I'm saying? Jump down that wormhole, man, to YouTubington, you know? But looks like we've come to another end of the end of another episode, man. I think we had a good one tonight, man. Big man, let them know how they can reach you on the social medias, dog.
All right, yeah. You guys can find me on social media on Twitter and Instagram at @amaffucka, _MAAFHUCKA. You can also find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316, MAAFFHHDUP316.
Yes, sir. Hit me on Twitter at Juvidesayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Hit me on the Instagrams, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check out the crack Twitter staff for the show at The Hard Camera. Check out Facebook.com/Juve. And check us out on the YouTubington Jones. Search The Hard Camera on YouTube. Get the entire archive of The Hard Camera. We had a really hectic June, man.
Man, it's been rough.
Really hectic.
I'm glad it's fucking over.
Yeah, really hectic June as we get into the throes of summer. We got a few weeks, maybe a couple weeks. I'm not sure the exact day, but yeah, we're not too much time for y'all to hear from us again, man. We got the Extreme Rules pay-per-view coming up, and
it's the 14th.
Yeah, so yeah, we gonna be back at it, man. You'll be hearing from us very soon, very soonington. But in the meantime, we will see y'all next time.
Adios, amigos.
Salute.